Dear colleagues, partners, dear guests, sincere welcome to everyone who is here today, who has found time and internal inner readiness to be part of this event. And truth be told, it's not just a formality, because today's meeting is a turning point. For some of you, it will be a moment when you will see yourselves inside a living business creative community where technologies connect with ideas and ideas connect with action. After today's meeting, you will have a different look at what we're doing. You will see how Admix reality is not just a tool, it's a way to bring your business, your vision, and your influence at a completely different level. The most advanced, real, your level. Now I would like to ask you to participate in the geographical roll call in our chat. Please tell me what city and country you are from, and let's greet each other, meet each other, and create an atmosphere where everyone can feel part of something really big. And meanwhile, I will look at what you're writing in the chat, and let's take a gander. So I saw people already wrote their cities and countries before. So if you are writing your cities and countries, it means you can hear me. So I see Estonia, I see Russia, I see Minsk, Belarus, Uzbekistan, Ukraine, Spain. What else? Odessa, it is Ukraine. Then Russia, Uzbekistan twice, then Far East, then Namangan, probably it's Uzbekistan as well, Almaty, Italy from Milan, Ukraine, Kiev, India we have Navratan, Pärnu, Estonia, Pennsylvania, USA, Uzbekistan, quite a lot of people, and I know, guys, why you're here, or better, thanks to whom you're here. Then we have St. Petersburg, Russia, Ukraine again, Kurgan, Russia, India again, Pune, Maharashtra. I see the Czech Republic, Prague. I see Odisha, India, Slavgorod. What else? Varta, India, Maharashtra, India, Australia. Then Bashkiria, Russia, Philadelphia, Bashkortostan. That's a tongue twister. Australia, India, Riga, Australia again, the Netherlands, India, Pskov, Australia. Well, quite a lot of Australians here. Sydney, Australia, London too. Lithuania. I see quite an extensive geography. Welcome, guys. It's quite impressive, despite the fact that we have just started. We already see interest is growing, and it's quite intensive. It's quite wide, and I'd say even huge. And while you're guys writing in the chat, I would like to tell you a few words about myself, well, to get to know each other better. My name is Dmitry Slusar. Since 2014, I've been actively supporting the development of the UST technology, and I'm very proud of it. Some of you know me in person, some of you watched me participate in online meetings. Some of you see me for the first time. Pleased to meet you guys. I'm the author of the idea and the founder of the business creative app called Admix Reality. It's an app that brought us together. It is the actual cause of why we're here. And indeed, today we've got together to see how the future of the transportation technologies become the present. thanks to Admix Reality, among other things, and your cooperation. It's a tool that lifts the barriers and is a game changer in the promotion of the UST technology. And today you learn that Admix Reality is not just an app, it's a new language of communication between a person and innovation, between an idea and action, and you'll see everything. Just wait for it, and you'll have it. Right now, I would like to tell you the, let's say, rules of the meeting. The meeting is going to be brief, but very information intensive. Right now, we're having the intro part. Next, we will have short interviews with our honorable guest speakers, people who have achieved colossal results in a very short time thanks to being part of the first focus group. And most importantly, you will the most important thing you will hear from them. And then we'll have a information section after our speakers with a step-by-step algorithm, and then Q&A. I will be answering your questions. Today you will hear stories from live people from different countries who are already using the app, and for some of them that app has become part of their everyday life, their routine. They're doing it with inspiration, courage, and belief in the idea, in Dr. Initsky, well, like all of us. But those people already have a different perspective or different approach to that business. Well, friends, before we move on to our speakers, I'm glad to introduce to you a person with whom we've been walking down that path together for more than 10 years, the path of the promotion of UST technology, helping implement that technology into real life, both with your traditional tools and augmented reality tools. And I would like to introduce to you the person who has dedicated more than 10 years of his life. He has been was at the beginning of the project when the concept of fundraising through crowd investing was born. And since then, he has been helping people see in that technology not just an engineering solution, but an entire philosophy based on Dr. Initsky's idea. He's the head of the RSW Systems crowdfunding platform. He's inspiring thousands of people across the world, and thanks to his openness and the ability to speak in simple terms about complex things, a lot of people learned about the prospects of this project. Maxim is a person who knows how to connect people, ideas, and goals. Maxim, I'm giving you the floor, and it is a great honor for me to be doing that, to be giving you the floor as my co-host, as my partner, as my friend. So, Maxim, I'm giving you the floor. Dmitry, good evening, and dear colleagues, hello everyone. I hope you can hear me. Dmitry, can you? Yes, we can. Well, dear colleagues, right now I'm on the road, so unfortunately I won't have the video, because if I turn on the video, then the audio will suffer. So unfortunately, I won't be able to broadcast my video as well. Probably it's the first time since we've been working online that I'm broadcasting without the video. But still, the main bulk of our work will start in a week. That's when we're going to have the proper work. But Dmitry will tell you more about it. Thank you very much, Dmitry, for your kind words, for introduction. Yes, we've known each other for 11 years, and hand in hand we've been promoting Dr. Initsky's technology. And Dmitry has been and always is the generator of creative genius ideas that help scale up Dr. Initsky's technology, transportation technology. And it all starts with imagination of the people, and then it is brought into real life. Dmitry first did it, I think, in 2015 by publishing the first videos about UST, and then thanks to this his creative approach, we have a new app tool on our hand that will help us quite immensely in a very short period of time to scale up UST technology across the entire world. So what else I wanted to say in my intro? Here we have an audience, a group consisting of people who are not indifferent to the fate of UST, who see themselves as part of the process of the implementation. And most importantly, you see yourselves as part of the crowd investing technology, crowd investing platform that many of you have been part of for a dozen of years almost. And I think this app is going to be quite an effective tool for all of us. And today you will eyewitness the testimonials of people who have been who have known this business creative tool for more than 1 year, for more than a couple of years. I'm talking about people who use the first version of this tool, call it 1.0 if you will, and also people who were part of the first focus group a couple of months ago. And I recommend to all of our people who will be hearing about it for the first time, listen attentively to what our guests are going to tell you. Because, you know, they say that a picture is worth 1,000 words. And it kind of applies here because you will have a real-life example of people who will be telling you and proving to you that this is an actual working tool that helps you increase and scale up your business in this way or another. So, dear friends, at the beginning of our meeting, at the launch of our second wave, I would like to wish you and make the correct choice. This is A. And B, I would like to wish you a creative, laborious, or hardworking approach to what we're going to do. And C, most importantly, that we together would do the recommended actions that we're going to give you throughout this training, the algorithm that we're going to provide you with. And only by doing that, you will have the desired or the promised result. So, and on this note, I'm going to give the floor back to Dmitry, and we will launch the main part of our meeting. Thank you very much, Maxim, for your kind, warm words about me and for your pep talk for people who decided to dive into this creative world, or the world that is changing people, changing not only people, but the technology. And that's why we have a whole section on our YouTube channel about game changers. So thank you very much, Maxim. We're very pleased to hear you, although we didn't have your video, but I guess people who know you, they could picture your face the way they usually see you during your regular meetings. So dear friends, now we're moving on to our main part. And before I invite to this virtual stage and give the floor to the first speaker, let me tell you a few words about him. Our first guest is a legend, living legend. He's one of the most inspiring ambassadors, regular ambassadors of Admix reality since version 1. My friend, a real person with a big heart, open heart, who did not allow this project to fade. I have a bump in my throat. Yeah, he didn't allow this project to stop back in the day. He always wrote to me. He says, I will never allow you to give up. And I'm sorry, the emotions are kind of overwhelming me. But honestly, when I met that person, I didn't know he was from a different country. I didn't know who he was. And what touched me most and surprised me most back then is that this guy has almost zero vision. And despite this, eye or sight limitations, he was still one of the first people who saw crystal clear the potential of this tool. Probably not with eyes, but with his heart. I'm talking about Earl Carriage, a guy from the Netherlands, who is a living proof that Admix reality is available to anyone. So there should be no excuses, nothing. And Earl says that our brain does not really distinguish like a 3D rendered picture and the reality. They see it on the screen and they have this feeling of seeing something real. And that's what's stimulates their imagination. And that's the whole strength of Admix reality. So without further ado, Earl, I would like to give you the floor. Please turn on your microphone and let's have our interview. It's going to be a short interview between you and I. You guys will hear a few, I guess, answers to the questions that you probably have. So, Earl, welcome and pleased to see you, and I will be very glad to hear you.
Well, thank you, Dimitri, for your kind words. Hello, everybody. And I think, yeah, we are being part of one of the most powerful communities, movements, if it comes down to promoting and showing the whole world Unitsky string technologies. Because a lot of people know about Unitsky string technologies, but mostly of the population of our Earth or people who are living on our planet doesn't know about the existence of Unitsky string technologies. And I think there's a big opportunity for all of us, especially for Admix Reality, to help people get knowledge of Unitsky string technologies. And Dimitri, a special thank you to you because you have not given up on this project, and I'm really glad, really proud of you, and really grateful to be part of this community and to help each other to move forward. And I think that's the most important thing. We have to move forward with Admix Reality, and we will do it. It's not about we, but we will.
Thank you very much, Earl. Yes, I'm very glad to see and hear you. And please tell us, us viewers, how difficult was it for you to master this app, to start using it?
Well, in the beginning, I had also my difficulties because I have to move to get it in my own way to get used to it, to see what the app is capable of, if everything is correct, or what are the possibilities. And in the beginning, I was also struggling, so I had a lot of conversations with Dimitri. Dimitri, please help me. What should I do? But when he explained me his vision, his idea, and I was able to implement it in my share Unitsky string technologies throughout, made my presentations more personal because we can all wait for visualizations of the company, and they are great, but there's nothing more powerful than a visualization in your own environment. And some people will live in Dubai or the UAE, some live in Ukraine. So we have all different environments that we can show to the whole, yeah, we can share with each other, but we can also share to the whole world. So when I found out how this application is working, it was for me an easy thing, and I didn't stop going till the first day. I'm still going to this day.
Thank you very much. And please tell us about your main results that you obtained by using the Admix Reality app.
Well, when I was using the first version, that gave me one of the biggest hopes. Now I'm implementing this again in my presentations, and I see slowly, but there is some movement going on, and people are becoming more interesting in Unitsky string technologies, because I do not have to say how great the opportunity of Unitsky is for both sides, for those who know and for those who don't know. But Admix Reality is also helping me at this day with more engagement and also more, how you say it, to spread the word in a better way, to get more personal presentations and to get people connected in a more personal way.
Okay, thanks. And one last question. What would you, what kind of advice you would give to new users who are just starting on this path and probably have their doubts?
Well, as I already have told, I don't have to tell you how great the opportunity of Unitsky String Technologies is, how personal Anatoly Unitsky with actually all of us is in a certain way. If you are using Admix Reality, it will give you knowledge, it will give you power, and the most of all, you can create a personal presentation. You can create maybe, if you like, your personal brand with it, but most of all, you can promote Unitsky String Technologies in a proper way and making people know about Unitsky String Technologies, but also they can see it in their own environment. And I think that's the most powerful way. And if you have some struggles with the movement in the application, I have them also, but try to find ways to uh, to overcome those struggles, because those struggles, yeah, when we have to learn something, we will always find out some difficulties. But when you get used to everything, to the movement, to the interface of the application, it will become a lot of fun. So don't give up, but try to push forward. Try to push yourself to the next level.
Earl, my dear, wonderful friend, I'm sincerely grateful to you for your such inspiring words, and I'm sure our viewers are inspired by your speech as well and by your presence at this meeting. Guys, if you can, please leave some wishes, messages to Earl in the chat, and we will move on. Thank you very much, my dear friend. And now we will move on to our next speaker, our next guest. Thanks. We will gladly see you at our other meetings for sure. So, dear friends, now I would like to invite this microphone to this floor our next speaker, an absolutely new user. She came to promote the technology without having any prior experience, but with a great desire to take action. And thanks to Admix Reality, she was able to find her entry point, as she said in her interview, a very simple, inspiring, and accessible to everyone, as she says. Her creed is take it and do it. And dear colleagues, I would like to give the floor to Alfia Dorofeeva from Barkashkastan. She pointed out that this app helped her overcome her fears, and all she had to do is to find that entry point. And she was looking for an opportunity to promote the UST, and she found that opportunity in our first focus group. Alfia, welcome. Glad to see you. Thank you very much for finding time to join this meeting. And I would like to ask you the same questions. Please share with us how difficult it was for you to master the Admix Reality app and start using it. Well, hello, Dmitry. Well, you said it all already. So I'm from Bashkiria. My name is Alia Dorofeeva. Yes, I had a great desire to talk to people about this technology, and I didn't know how. And then I saw the announcement about the enrollment into the focus group, and I enrolled right away. Of course, I was nervous whether I would be able to master this app, but it turned out it was quite user-friendly. It was easy, and that app is very user-friendly, accessible to anyone. I installed it on my phone, and then next day I went to the park, local park, and started shooting videos. I had no problems, and I don't think anyone will have problems with that, especially with the advice, with the guides that Dmitry and Maxim are given. You just have to follow them to the letter, and that's it. So I started making videos, and I started putting them in my status and my social media. So I started kind of warming up my friends, my followers. Yes, Dmitry. Alfia, would you please share your main results that you obtained by using the app? You already said that you started warming up your audience. Could you please share the results? I think our audience will be very pleased to hear. Well, I didn't really expect it. I just had this big desire to promote, to talk about it. I met Alant, I met Earl, I saw them talk about their results, and then I asked myself why I can't do that. And I started doing it. And it was quite easy. It was easy to establish a contact with people. And let me share one thing with you. I already told other about it. It was the berry season, when you pick up berries in the forest. And there was a lot of raspberry in the wild. So I went into the nature, into the wild. I met people there. The people I met, strangers who were picking berries with me, I showed them on my phone, and it was easy. I was very glad to do it. And this Admix Reality app allows you to build those bridges between people easily. Well, talking about my specific results, in 10 days, I had 10 new registrations, absolute strangers. All of them purchased packages. Some of them a $1,000 package, some of them a $500 package, some of them paid for it in one go, some of them used an installment plan. Well, it's not kind of a super out of this world result. It's a normal result, and I think it's achievable by anyone. Well, thank you very much, Alfia. It's a wonderful result. Don't be shy. And I will never tire of telling you that. So well done for not giving up, finding an opportunity, and start doing it. So what would you recommend to the new users who are just starting on this path of using the Admix Reality app? Well, I'm kind of envious of people who are just about to start using this app, the Admix Reality app, in a good way. Just listen to the recommendations given by Maxim and Dmitry and do it. That's it. That's all the advice I can give you. There is nothing out of this world here. Supernatural. I'm packing up my things. I'm flying to Istanbul next week, and hopefully I will be using the app there and telling people about the technology, because after all, our goal is to tell about the technology to as many people as possible about this great technology. Yes, and we will be waiting for your feedback with your visualizations in our focus group. I hope I have your word, okay? So that you would inspire us and motivate us even more with your videos from Turkey. So thank you very much, Alfia, for finding time to join us and giving your feedback and sharing that feedback with our new users and newcomers, people who are present here today. Thank you very much for your inspired words and results that are a living example too. And this is the bar that we should all strive for. And probably some of you would like to break your record. I'm sure there will be people willing to do that. Thank you very much. No, thank you, Dmitry. Now, dear colleagues, please write us in the chat if you haven't done yet. Give us some feedback, words of support to Alfia and in her future endeavors, and we will be moving on to our next speaker. Please meet a person who I'd say is a combination of creativity, technological savviness, and shyness. She was also one of the first to see the potential behind the augmented reality, and she even bought a new smartphone to start working with that app, with the first version of it back in the day, and today it's the Admix Reality as we know it. And that person calls Admix Reality the technology without borders, a technology that unites people and help see solutions to local infrastructural problems. And I would like to give the floor to Jolanta from Lithuania. Jolanta, Please join us. I see you're here. Very glad to see you. You always put a smile on my face but when I see you because I know what kind of a person you are. Thank you very much for finding time to join us. I know that you are on a tight schedule today. And I would like to ask you the same questions so that everyone could hear it. Please share how difficult or easy it was for you to master the first version back in the day and today's Admix reality. How did you start using it? Well, first of all, thank you very much for the opportunity to share my experience and very good memories. And I would like to greet this big team of the creators of the future. And I'm not just saying that because I feel myself part of this big, good team that is creating the future. And it is with a lot of excitement that I remember the point in time when I started first using it on my phone, how breath-catching it was. And in reply to your question whether it was difficult or not, well, surprisingly, it wasn't difficult at all. I just wanted to repeat what Alfia said. It is actually easy. Surprisingly, the new version is very user-friendly, and the interface is very intuitive. It kind of gives you a hint, and it walks you through the entire procedure, just like literally takes you by your hand and then walks you into the future. So yeah, the manual is out there. Just follow it and kind of do it every time you get every chance. Use the every chance you get, and everything else will come with experience, with practice, and then just fiddle with it, play with it. Yeah, you're absolutely on point. Like our previous speaker said, it's all easy. Please share with us your results that you remember that you got by using the Admix Reality app. I know that you worked as a team, you made group presentations. Please tell us about it, if you can. Well, yes. I was a speaker and we delivered presentations to groups of people, and that app was of big help. And what was most valuable there is the response of people, because that's what everything starts with, the response. They start asking questions, they show interest, and then they start taking actions like investing, purchasing packages. In brief, the way how I did it, how I showed it, and what kind of steps I took. Well, first of all, during our presentations, when we came to a city or a town, we always used the visualizations produced in that location where people live, where people came from. And of course, it was very interesting for them. They could relate. They wanted to become part of that process. And it's kind of saying to them, look, the future is near. Your reality and the augmented reality are very close by. So they could see before and after. And it was very impressive. And when you talk to people in the street, you just show them how it looks like in the street. And of course, if it's in the premises, in a room, then you have to get ready in advance, do all the visualizations. And then, of course, use the so-called sensitive points, or better, their pain. By pain, I mean congested roads where a lot of cars, a lot of traffic, and how UST can help address that those congested roads. We have a resort here on the seaside with lots of traffic, and we showed the local mayor how we can address those problems with UST. Well, that's it in a nutshell. Well, yes, I do remember you told me that presentation turned people from skeptics into people who started thinking about ways to use that technology, where to better build it here or there, and then people got involved and were ready to support it. Thank you very much, Yolanta. What would kind of advice would you give to the new users who are just starting this journey? Well, use it, practice. Without it, there is no going anywhere. Make your first steps. And what else I wanted to recommend is save your visualizations, no matter how bad that might seem to you, and do it in different locations. And then you can edit them into a short or long video, and it will be your experience. It will be your added value, and then you can use those visualizations during your business presentations, during your meetings, because you can take several shorts and edit them into a longer video. Yes. Okay, thank you very much, Yolanta. I was very glad to see you here today. Thank you for finding time to join us and to give us this interview and to inspire our viewers. And please wrote some wishes and kind words to Yolanta in the chat. Again, Yolanta, thank you very much to you. And we will move on to our next guest, our next speaker, a very interesting person whom I met thanks to Admix Reality, an investor since almost day one of this technology, of this project. He's a person, he's a teacher of physics who combines the precision sciences with creativity. And in one of the interviews when we talked, he said that imagination is more important than knowledge, and he turns imagination into a tool of trust, showing UST through Admix Reality with respect to the speaker, to the person he's talking to. And I would like to give the floor to Oralbek from Kazakhstan. And let's greet Oralbek. And Oralbek, glad to see you here. And hello, dear friends. My name is Oralbek. I've been supporting this technology since 2014, the UST technology, and I'm very happy. I'm sorry, I have a sore throat, so I will try to speak louder. I'm very happy that this project, we have the opportunity to promote this technology, this project, using an innovative tool such as Admix Reality. It's an augmented reality, meaning that you're overlaying an innovation over the real world. This is a very elegant marketing solution, and all of it was possible to such people as Dmitry Slusar, who improved upon the previous version, and I'm very happy to be able to use it. And of course, augmented reality is an old technology. I remember it was Pokemon Go, the first example when I came across augmented reality. My grandchild was playing with it. But what's cool about Admix Reality is that you can use it both online and offline, and this is how you scale up your business and ensure duplication. So, yeah? Yeah, please continue. I wanted to have a segue to the next question and to make people understand what you mean by offline and online. You mean that you can have a presentation online like today, and offline it's like meeting people in person, right? In the real world, because Admix Reality indeed is web-based technology, and you do need internet for that, right? So that's what I wanted to add here. Oralbek, I wanted to Thank you, first of all, for the information you shared with us. Please tell us how difficult it was for you to master the Admix reality, for you to start using it. Well, of course, anything new sometimes is difficult. You had a certain, it's called perception barrier, but Admix reality is a visualization platform. It's a kind of a it's like a, let's call it 3D rendering platform, but you don't have to be a programmer or a coder. So it's also kind of a toy, you know. It's you play with it, you turn it upside down, you rotate the vehicle, the U-pods, the tracks, and then people get more and more involved, and then you allow people to do that, and they start playing it, and then you can't literally grab the phone away from them. Yeah, I remember what you were saying in your interview that keep your mouth shut, just show it. That was your advice, right? Like, say as few words as possible. Could you please share some results of yours from using Admix Reality? Well, I have quite modest results. My biggest result, I guess, was a selling a $2,000 package, a ticket to the non-rocket space industrialization conference. The person I talked to got it right away, and then five people, I think, registered right away, and then another result was a meeting with a high-ranking official from my locality, and had this meeting with an official, and they took it under consideration. So you wasn't kind of afraid of talking to such high-ranking officials, and yet you used the Admix reality. Yes, it was a 5-minute intro, and all of it, and the rest of it was my visualization in Admix reality. That's it. Okay, thank you very much for your results. You are saying they're modest, but they are very good nonetheless. And in conclusion to our interview, could you please tell us what would you advise to our new users who are just starting this journey? Probably they have some doubts. Dear friends, here we have representatives of all the countries of the world, many countries of the world. And it's a people's project that we're promoting. And we're doing it with a very good tool, Admix Reality. You don't have to show it with your hands or fingers or words. So what I suggest you start doing is you start doing. Don't be afraid. Start using it and then test it. And they say practice makes perfect, right? Or repetition is the mother of learning. So repeat, use. And then tap into the support of our community. And our community is always ready to help. And what else I wanted to say is that Admix Reality is an app that becomes clear right from the get-go. Well, thank you very much, Oral Beck. I'm sincerely grateful to you for being here with us, finding time despite you are being under the weather. But I'm sure I see it had no negative effect on your presentation, on what you wanted to share. And I'm sure our viewers will confirm, prove my words in the chats. Guys, please give us some feedback to Oral Beck and our best wishes to him. Oral Beck, thank you very much. And we will move on to our next speaker. A very interesting person that I also met thanks to Admix Reality, a person who was at the beginning, not of the UST technology and at the beginning of Admix Reality. It's a person who was at the beginning of the internet in his country. So I remember I heard a very interesting story, and we have a video on our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. You will see a lot of interesting episodes of interviews with all of the speakers that we saw today. This person's name is Anwar. He's a real enthusiast of the technology. Well, that's how I can characterize him. He is using Admix reality every single day. When on the road, in a cafe, during meetings, no matter whom he meets, he shows them the UST technology using Admix reality. That's his words, not mine. And he's calling it a pure pleasure. He says he's turning into a child when using that app. So we have Anwar from Uzbekistan, and so again, he's been there from day one, since version one, and he's always using it. So Anwar, uh, welcome. I'm glad to see you at such a beautiful background that you're having. It's our technology, right? So thank you for finding time to join us, and please say a few words. Good evening, dear friends, our big UST family. I call this group a family. You are my family. And family of people who are ready to promote this technology. I remember back in the day, Dr. Nitsky broadcasted using Skype. Remember, with it was the first kind of a messenger or online broadcasting tool. It was back in 2013 or 14. I think Maxim Isip was their tool. And that's when I fell in love. And well, I am a process engineer myself, and I saw the potential behind it. And I started using that app, showing it to my family members first, to my friends, and it was a treat, you know. I was ready to share the information about it with everyone. And then I realized that this app is a small cog in a big mechanism. And then I realized that this is a kind of a step towards metaverse. And it's a kind of a entry point. And then a person uses that app or any similar tool as a door to the metaverse, and then they become part of it. So you kind of stepped into the future already. You jumped the gun a little bit here because we're still to talk about it. Well, it's a very good technology. There is no other way to put it. Never stop using it. Thank you very much for your words, and I was very glad to hear it from you. So how difficult, I'm not asking you how difficult it was for you to start using it, because I know it was not difficult, judging from what you're saying. Share your results that you received by using the Admix Reality app. Well, my results were very good, in my opinion, from using this app. No matter what presentation I was making to what kind of people, I always integrated that app into my presentation. The phone was always close at hand with the app running. Always. No matter whom I meet, no matter whom I talk to, because it's a very helpful tool. It's a tool that helps attract people. The 2 days ago, I had a meeting in a location in a crevice. There was kind of a valley, and they wanted to build a cable road that would connect to different parts of that valley. And They invited me to that meeting that was dedicated to that cable road building, and I told them about our technology. And I shared some videos about it that the visualizations that I created. And they spent hours watching it. And when where different options were on the table, they gave preference to our technology. Basically, they are considering using the string technology from going from point A to point B, and then probably they will have to use some kind of elevators to get to the point A, of course, because it's kind of high, and then probably there will be some steps also to climb. Well, we'll think about it, but probably we can use some string transportation solution there as well. They were very impressed and they said, well, probably we should not be too hasty about building this cable road. Probably we'll have to think about string transportation technology. Yes, and Admix Reality was a big help in that process. And the video that I made had like a 40% conversion, if I'm not mistaken. And I was literally bombarded with questions. And a couple of hours ago, literally, I had a chat with a couple of people who stopped paying their installments back in 2023. And now, after watching the app, they decided to resume their installments. Well, take advantage of this new promotion that we have in the back office, and they resumed their installments on the new terms. Well, thank you very much, Anvar. I remember when I read out the countries in the chat, there was a lot of people from Uzbekistan, and remember I said I know thanks to whom they're here. You, Anvar, thank you for that. Well, Anvar, what would you advise to our new users who are just using, started using that app? Well, if you want to become a master of your trade, you need to be using the correct tools. That's the secret. And Admix Reality is the tool that you should be using. Take it in your hands and start creating. That's it. That's as easy as it gets. Well, thank you very much for such good advice. And thank you very much for finding time to speak here before us and giving us such an inspiring pep talk to our new users, future users. Dear colleagues, please write something kind to Anvar in the chat. Express your gratitude for being here today with us. And I'm personally very grateful for you for helping this project go on, help our community and the development of the Admix Reality tool. Thank you very much. And we will move on to the next speaker, a very wonderful person. And as you might have noticed, we don't have people who are not wonderful or unique. We all are. And that person is a rare combination of spiritual depth and technological thinking. He's a true leader. I'm not afraid of using that word. He started from naturopathy, and now he uses Admix Reality to move on towards his goal to help achieve the implementation of that technology. Well, everyone in that chat would like to help this technology. And as he said in his interview, he said he would like to heal the entire population of our planet using UST. Well, that's his vision, his approach. He's actively developing his YouTube channel, Global Richness, creating YouTube content that impresses people. His visualizations are viewed by thousands of people across the world, from students to business owners and governmental officials. We're talking about Suraj Hinge from India. Suraj, you have the mic, and we will be very glad to see you and welcome you here with us. Friends, let's welcome Suraj in the chat. Very positive person who, despite anything, has always a smile on his face, always optimistic. I'm very glad to see you, Suraj. Welcome. Please share your energy with us and your thoughts that you think are important for us to hear today. If I'm not mistaken, you have to turn on your microphone first. In Zoom, turn on your microphone in Zoom.
Namaste to all of you. And this is the energy. You should get it from Suraj, which incidentally means in English sun. So I'm very happy to see all of you. And I was very much impressed with Anwar and Yolanta because I only came to know about this application 4 years back, and now I'm using it. So I think people have to use it now because you don't have to wait for 4 years now. So I think you should use it now. This is my message. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Suraj. Well, I would like you to tell us briefly, please, you know quite a lot about it, but you started using Admix Reality since the first focus group. How difficult was it for you to master this app and start using it? Please tell us.
Well, no difficulty at all. The only thing you need is your phone, and we have a trainer called Dimitri Sluser, or we have a Maxim with us to give us the trainings. The focus group, you have to be part of that focus group to receive that training and then attend that webinar. Then few things which you do not understand, like the settings. There are very user-friendly settings there, but you have to just ask about the settings, and then you can ask in any language. You get the answer just instantly. And I think everyone is very active. So if there are difficult settings, then they also tell you that please search in Chat GPT. If you do not use Chat GPT, then you tell them, or if then you tell them that this is the model of your phone and you want to use this application, you how to use it, and then they tell you. So even Chat GPT tells you, and Chat GPT can also tells you in Hindi as well, and they gives you the setting as well. And if you do not get that setting, then you tell your trainers that I'm not getting this setting. This is what exactly I'm getting from Chat GPT. But you can ask Dimitri anything under this sun. You ask anything, Dimitri, and within it, and they just help you in 2 hours. My phone was all set. So if still you're not able to, once the phone is set, then you can do anything you want with the help of your phone. If you have a normal phone, you can still do it. If you have a great phone, even the greater results. So this was my journey. So it was very simple. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, Suraj, for such kind words to me. I already imagine people asking me questions, thousands of questions, but I'm okay. I signed up for it. So, Suraj, could you please tell us about your main results that you obtained from using this app? We already have your interview in the making, but it hasn't been published yet. We'll very soon have a full version of it published, but it's okay. At least you will now lift the veil on the results that you already received over such short period of time.
So I tell you what exactly happened. I thought that how should I use this application like a game. So I became a kid. So I am, I belong to a village, and there are a lot of natural resources which are there. I remember it was a summertime, and there was a lot of problems due to the natural calamities. We had floods, so the roads were all disappeared, and then we got a chance to actually make a video using the Admix reality, and then we got a chance to make a video with the mixed reality, showing the problems, showing the challenges of what we were facing on the ground. So we made the video on the summer grounds with the admixed reality, and even we made you know the clips. We used admixed reality when it was raining, when it was flooding, and we made the videos on the YouTube channel. It got viral. People started, asking me questions. People started asking me what exactly is is this technology. We had used different angles. We had used different places. We had used it on the urban roads, on the village roads, on the rivers, and we made the videos everywhere. People look at those videos, they get connected. Some people get connected to me, and some people get connected to other people as well. But what I believe is that this community, and when people become the part of this community, the investment increases. And this is what we exactly are saying, that the UST should be there. This is what we want to have. So people, so I think come closer to the 15th stage by getting these investment from various people. So this is how we work. So we worked in the YouTube channel, and those videos were all over the media, and then people get connected to, they get to invest, and we also get to earn. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Suraj. Quite a lot of interesting points. Well, you haven't covered everything, but probably you were right, because people will have to watch the interview to get all the juicy, interesting stuff. So yes, please, guys, wait for the interview with Suraj to be published on our YouTube channel, and you'll find quite a lot of interesting stuff there. Suraj, what would you advise to the new users, people who are just starting using it, people who are still having doubts or would like to be convinced?
So my suggestion is going to be, take a decision. Everything is very simple. The only thing is to take a decision. You don't have to only try, take a decision and then work on it. And when you work on it, like we have focus groups, you have got all the information with you. And I also have thought about it that, I would actually like to take few classes for this application. So do the settings in your mobile. Whatever mobile you have, just set your mobile to make sure that even your normal mobile phone is set for augmented reality. So there were a couple of people I met who said that we have iPhone, and I put all those videos with OnePlus 7 mobile, which is a very normal phone. But do the beginning. The first step is always the start of a bigger journey. Just understand that you have to do this. That means there is no escape route from it, and we have to learn it. Now people are ready to teach you. Setting is ready, your mobile is ready. So the only thing which you have to do is to take one step, and the journey starts with that one step. It's all very easy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Suraj, for your input, and thank you very much for finding time, for agreeing to be part of that meeting. I knew you would agree, but I was concerned with the time gap between India and my time is 2.5 hours. Still, Thank you very much for your kind words, for your guidance, and I'm sure your support in the guidance in the focus group, your visualizations will be of great help to all of us as well. I see that you're a very active leader, and your results speak for themselves, and we will very intentively following your activity in the focus group.
But I would like to say one thing. So, you can see these books, or you can see those videos on the YouTube or the website like UST.inc. So these are different photographs. Now these are just photographs. So we can just show them on the table in our office. But I think Admix reality works when you go out. It just shows you live, and that's like a larger than life effect. And people think about investing in it. So this is what I would like to end with. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Suraj. Indeed, your words are coming from a practitioner, from a person who is actually using it. And that's the only way how to learn doing anything, by doing it, by using it. So let's move on to our next speaker. And that will be the end of our interview part of the session. Guys, please write some words of thanks and support to Suraj in the chat so that he would continue helping other people as well, and would inspire them and motivate them. And in conclusion to this section of our meeting, I would like to invite a person who I've known for a long time, a person who came to the UST project, well, thanks to my efforts as well. But I've already received a lot of praise today, but I couldn't help myself but say it anyways. So that was a person who, using this app, turned this into a business, created a whole system out of it. He was using the first version first, the Advo Hunter. So he purchased a tablet because back then his phone wasn't good enough for the first version, and he turned Admix Reality into a tool of lead generation and also for developing his own brand. By creating content in different cities, he showcased the technology in the field, as he says in one of his interviews. He showed the ways or the places where the UST technology could solve local problems. And he says that with Admix Reality, he dealt with his fear of talking to people, of starting a conversation. And now I'd like to give the floor to my friend, a person whom I've known for a long time, and we're working together right now too. So it's Ivan Samusevich from Minsk, Belarus. Ivan, welcome, and thank you very much for finding time to speak online here. Let me tell people on your behalf that you've just flown in from a different country. It was like a 20-hour journey, right? And despite that, despite your being tired and you being quite busy, you still found time to the opportunity to join us here today and to support our business creative community and this particular project, and me in person too, personally. So thank you very much for that in advance. And now I'm giving you the floor. And you guys, please welcome Ivan in the chat. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully you can hear me. Yes, we can. Loud and clear. Thank you very much. I'm very glad to see so many participants here and quite a lot of chatting in the chat. And I felt 5 minutes ago, I was very upset. You know why? Because I was prepping myself for saying one thing, another thing, and then all of the things that I wanted to say were already said by the previous speakers. So I had the list of talking points, and now I don't have any talking points to talk about anymore because everything was covered by previous speakers. Well, I guess this is the fate of being the last, right? In the speakers list. But during Suraj's speech, I was very glad. You know why? Because the talking points that I wanted to cover were covered by other people from other cultural and geographical backgrounds, with other business and, I don't know, different backgrounds, and yet all of them are saying the same things about this tool, which is a true testimony that it's a working app and that I'm not saying something out of my head or something that I'm imagining things. No, you have living people saying that it works. And even though they said what I wanted to say, doesn't matter. It's just a confirmation that that's how things are. Yes, okay, but still, I will be asking you the same questions I asked our previous speakers. I guess you'll have some different answers, right? So please tell us, how difficult was it for you to start using that app, to master that app? Well, what I did, I followed your, Dmitry, advice. And it was quite simple. If you want to do something right, read the manual. If you want to start using any tool, read the manual. And Admix Reality also has a manual, the first steps that any person should take. As any app that comes into our life, a messenger or kind of browser or card app, we started using it step by step, and then with every action we got more and more confidence, and it applies here as well. So the first thing I would like to tell you is read the manual, check all the materials that are out there to see how other people did it. What should be your first step? The next thing is to start learning it from inside yourself. Start taking the first actions, start practicing. Well, don't do it right away during your first meeting, but start doing it at home first. Start making videos. Watch those videos, see what you can improve, and then you'll become more and more confident over time. So I guess this is my advice. But don't skip those stages without reading the manual and without starting, doing it yourself and without watching the videos of other people. You won't become a master. Don't skip those steps ever. Well, thank you very much, Ivan, for such correct, right words. Well, you said it right. You hit the nail on the head, as they say. So please tell us about your main results. What you can remember of today when using the previous version of this app, the current version. I know you have a very interesting experience. Well, look, the most valuable for me is that I'm very excited about using it. It's very interesting for me to use it. And I'm very excited about working with other people. So I came back from a trip recently. Believe me or not, or don't, of course, on my phone, in my iPhone, I have quite a lot of visualizations that I created in every city that I visited. And I always saved those visualizations. Sometimes, if I had time, I edited those videos. And I have a lot of different video material that I know when to use and how to use. And I have a lot of cities. I was in India, and without speaking the local language, I don't even speak English fluently. I still am able to get another person interested. just by showing them something they've never seen before, something interesting on my phone. And the result here is that every single time when I start using Admix Reality app, I have a person, a complete stranger, who starts believing me. And I become an interesting person for them, as a person who knows about a technology they don't know about. And we exchange contact details gladly. That's a kind of a big deal for me, I think, when a complete stranger gives you their contact details, no matter who they are, like very rich people or ordinary people, because first you don't know who you're talking to, and then you ask them eventually, "What are you doing for life, for a living?" And they ask you what I am doing for a living, and I tell them, "Look, instead of telling you, let me show you." And I do two things: I open my phone and I show them what I want to show them, something very interesting, and it all becomes clear without words. You see how easy it is to build this business and to make yourself interesting to another person and establish contact, business contacts too. Well, right you are. And as you can see, every person has their own approach. But what matters here is that it works. But it works only if you use it, right? Well, I wanted to add a few words here that in addition to that, also another good result is the unique content that you create that you can use no matter where you are. For example, you are on a plane, you don't have the internet, yet you can show something interesting on your phone to another person who is sitting right next to you because you visualized it before and saved it before. Right? Yes, correct. Well, I think I answered your question. Well, I wanted to ask you, what would you personally recommend to our new users who are just starting this journey of using this app? Well, first, I suggest you forget the word mistake. That you might think you are making a mistake or you're doing something not the right way. There is no such thing as doing something in the right way when using this app. No matter what you do, it's your experience. And forget that about fears, that you might do something wrong. So mistakes, wrong, fears should never be part of your vocabulary. That's it. Start using it. And when working with this instrument. Yeah, well, of course, it will come over time, but if your mentality, if your mindset is that you are gaining experience and not making a mistake, everything will come after. It's not a difficult task to master this app. It's solvable. Also, I would recommend our new friends, new users, to set yourself a goal of learning how to easily use this app, how to make it easy. When you can integrate this app into your conversation, when you take out your phone, you nonchalantly tell people, let me show it to you. You show them, and you should enjoy the process. And you shouldn't feel any fear, and you should show confidence. And the results will come along very easily, and your business will grow rapidly. One more thing that I wanted to tell you and show it to you why this app is so powerful. And it comes after a while. You'll realize what kind of an artifact you have on your hands. How can it boost your business? And once that realization comes upon you, sky is the limit. And also, another thing that I would recommend is learn the art of becoming interesting to the other person. And Admix Reality will help you with that. And another point is start with small goals. Something like make a small step every day. For example, learn to use one feature. The next day, another feature, another button. The next day, make a short video. Every day, do something, no matter how big or small it is. And then over time, you will realize that you are now know everything and you can do videos at the very highest level. Well, I have still a lot of things to tell you. And one more thing, please ask questions. Other speakers already said it. If something is not clear, you don't get something right, ask questions to those people who know how to do that right. Ask experts, ask leaders, people who have experience. It's very important. It will help you quite a lot. Well, thank you very much, Ivan, for your words. Thank you very much for being here again. I know that you've traveled a long, long way, probably very tired, but still you were able to convey the thought, convey the message. Dear colleagues, please share your feedback and your kind words to Ivan, and we will let Ivan go and have some rest after a long journey. Join our focus group, share your visualizations, motivate our new participants with the results that you get. Thank you very much, Ivan, for your support and for your true helping hand. So we see a lot of people are writing to you in the chat, hearts and kind words. And we will move on, dear colleagues. I would like to again express my sincerest gratitude to all of the speakers for the energy that you shared with us, for bringing the idea of UST into the world with such inspiration. You're not afraid of using it, of using innovative breakthrough apps such as Admix Reality and Friends. Right now, we are moving on to the next part, quite an interesting part too, in terms that we are going to talk about the manual, the actual guidelines. And you were asking those questions throughout our entire marketing campaign when you received the invitation to this meeting. And the first thing that I wanted to start with is to ask you to join the group in the Admix Reality channel. It's a focus group, but stay in the channel at the same time, okay? So I will share the link to the group, but please, since you are in the channel, do not leave the channel. Just join the group. So be both in the channel and the group. In the group, we are having an active dialogue. Right now, I shared in the chat the link with different languages that we have present today. And please pay attention, follow that link. We're going to close access literally tomorrow, and then the Admix Reality Focus Group will not enroll anymore. So those are the limited places that you were asking and read about in our posts. So what it's important to do right now? On your mobile phone, you can do it very easily. I see already people are joining. Thank you very much for listening attentively and following the guidelines. So on the top in here, in your app, just give me a chance. Okay, in Telegram, in here, you have... well, I can't get there myself because you're writing all the time. Okay, I click on the title, and we have different buttons here, you see? On your phone, I mean. and you have a button called group. So you can get yourself added to the chat through that button, where we share information, we will talk to each other, we share our feedback, we will help each other. So do not leave that channel. So why it is important? Because in the channel, when we publish news, by the way, hello everyone, I see that you're already saying hello. When we publish news in here, they still are in the channel. They are not scrolled up or down. You see in the group, you might lose them because of all the messages that people are writing, and you might simply lose the news. So be in the focus group and stay in the channel. In the channel, you have all the news, most important news, that will be pinned sometimes, whereas in the group, you will have the actual messages people read and feedback people share, okay? Someone is asking, why can't I join? Well, I think you should be able. We have 232 people already in the focus group. So try, I don't know, probably copying the link and then using it at a later time, or try finding me somehow. Let me try and copy my nickname and then write me in DM, and then I will try and help you. You're saying that it blinked and then disappeared, the link. I don't know. That link is working. You see? It works. So this is not the end yet. I understand, please do not leave yet this meeting, because I know that you probably are tired, but right now we are coming to the most important part. So in the chat, you have my nickname in Telegram, so you can DM me when you are out of options and you cannot join for some reason. Okay, now next, let's move on. So guys, you were asking about how to enroll into the focus group. So the fact that you are in the channel and now you've joined the focus group, you are not yet in the focus group. You see? That's what's important. So you probably would ask me, how, why, where is the actual focus group? Well, it works in a different way. In order to be added to the actual focus group, you'll have to test first your device for compatibility with the augmented reality technology. Today, our speakers told us that it was easy. You just take it and use it. You set it up and then you use it. You take a smartphone and then you use it. But you first need to make sure that your device supports augmented reality technology. There are a few simple ways to do it. And I'll show it to you quite easily. And you'll see that there is nothing actually difficult about it. And I will start sharing my screen. Right now, I will share my screen. I will share my interface. And please tell me if you can see my screen. And now you will see, you should be able to see the website itself. Just give me a second, please. Now you should be able to see my... Okay, 1 second. Just for some reason it doesn't show the way I wanted it to show. One second, please. It happens. Just a second. Well, it worked when I practiced before the meeting, and now it doesn't want to work for some reason. I will do something different now. 1 second.
Так, теперь видно, это видно, но я хочу прочитать, что видео видно. Нет, вот теперь смотрите.
1 second. Now you should be able to hear my phone, see my phone. Can you see the video with the planet Earth in the center, right? Okay, you can see it. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, I will send the link to admixreality.com. So you go to the website, and there, where you have the login button, on the website, you will see the Check AR button. So on the website, on top, under the logo type, there will be a button, Check AR. So basically, you will be checking whether your device supports augmented reality. No other buttons. There will be Login and Check AR. So when you click on that button, you see there is a globe. Under the globe, there is a button View in your space. So probably it might be in your language, depending on your settings. So you see that button under the globe. Please tell me if you can see my mouse hovering on the screen, right? Good. Okay. The cursor. Now, when you click on that button, there will be a pop-up message, View in AR, and it can ask for permission to access your camera. Or, for example, it might ask you to install some additional services, such as Google Play for AR. It's important that you do that. You should give access to the camera because your app will be, your device will be using your camera. It's based on your camera installed in your smartphone. Then, well, this is the iPhone interface. Probably it will be slightly different on Android. What you'll see next, you see, it activated my camera once I gave access to the camera. So what I do is I can scan it in my environment. So I scan the environment and I see this globe of the planet Earth through my camera. So that's what needs to happen. You can move around with your finger. With iPhone, you can raise it up or down. You can scale it up if you need to. So do all of it. So this kind of result you should achieve on your smartphone. If for some reason something doesn't work, ask. But if a problem arises, it means that probably your device does not support augmented reality and you'll have to do something about it. Probably you will decide to upgrade your phone to be part of the participant, or probably find some other workaround. Some people do make the decision to upgrade their phone to be able to use it. But An average phone should support it, or you will not be able to use it and will not have any results. But the reality is that your device should support this technology. Otherwise, there is no kind of place for you in the focus group. There is no point of you being in the focus group if you aren't able to use the AR in your device, right? So please tell me if you understood everything that I've just said and showed to you, because it is important that you do understand. Someone is asking, is the app in different languages? Well, not. It's in English only. However, today, any browser in some browsers, it's automatic, where in the address bar, where you enter the address, there is a button translate the website or something similar. It's been part of the browsers for a long time now, because it's a web-based app. Then if something doesn't go your way, but you would like still to use it, and you realize that your device does not support it, but you want to be part of the focus group, we but you're ready to upgrade your device, because I know there will be people who are ready to do that. I will give you a manual how to do that. There is a list of certified devices from Google, for example, that definitely support the AR reality. So, dear colleagues, can you see me? Because I switched from my phone to my audio, because I see myself also on the phone and I see that I'm lagging, freezing. Someone is asking, what about the PC? Well, PC won't support it because it's augmented reality is a technology intended for phones, mobile phones, smartphones, and tablets. So in the group, in the channel, I will give a list of Google approved or certified devices. I will give all the links, everything, guys. Everything will be there in the channel, in the group. The website link, the link to the list of the Google certified devices, everything will be there. And before giving the floor to Maxim, let me tell you that you have a short window of opportunity to test it, to make your decision, to get access to it. And you will have time to decide before the 27th of October, including. Today we're not going to have any practical trainings right now, exercises. We just showed you the result that other people had using this app. We gave you the instructions, we answered some of your questions, and then starting from the 27th of October, from next Tuesday, we will be working with those people who are ready, whose devices support the augmented reality technology, who are ready to upgrade their phone if their old phone doesn't support, and those who gain access to that group that Maxim will tell you about. Then you will start practicing. So first you will have to test it, make sure it works, and then you will be eventually given access to the focus group. All the instructions, manuals will be given in our group, in our channel. You will see everything, and I will try to give you all the feedback you need. Sometimes some general information, sometimes I will be writing you in private. So someone says the 27th is Monday. Well, yes, but before the end of Monday, you will have to make sure that you want to move along with us and make sure that you are given access to the focus group. And how to get access to the focus group, Maxim will tell you. Maxim, you with us? Yes, I'm here. Yes, Maxim. Thank you very much, Dmitry and everyone else. Let's do a recap. First, friends, we saw and heard our partners who have been actively using that app and what kind of results they got. So there should be no doubts that this tool works and brings results in business. In order to be fully confident, you have to start using it yourself. And Dmitry prepared a very good test with the globe on your screen to understand whether your phone is suitable for this application. It's an elementary, simple task. You try to enter, use the globe. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, you'll have to use a different device. There is no other way around it. Though this is as far as the technical part is concerned. Dmitry, prove me right or wrong. Yeah, you are absolutely right. Good. Now, friends, here's your next step. As Dmitry said, in order to start practicing, and after you made sure that your phone supports this app, you go to the practical group where we'll be giving the practical training. Today is an intro session. It was like of a kickoff meeting, and where you got some real-life examples from other people. So the next step is as follows. Dmitry and I and our colleagues who were part of the previous focus group already have certain experience and understanding of how people think in general. In the first focus group, we had around 200 people. We had like 200 plus, I don't remember exactly. And it was a free of charge training session. And friends, tell me, out of 200 people, in your opinion, how many people were actually using it, considering that it was free of charge? I'm talking about active usage, people who are actually testing it and using it for its intended person. So how many active users out of those 200 people actually were there? Considering that it was a free tool, free for all. Someone says 50%, 20 people, 10%. Okay, 50 people, not more than 10% showed any kind of activity. But those who did show activity had immense results, and you heard the results of Alfia, Earl's results, Ivan Samusevich's result, who was an active user of the first version, Advo Hunter, of this business creative tool that Dmitry developed. So here's what I wanted to emphasize, dear colleagues. As practice and experience shows, when a person gets something for free, be it a tool or some kind of a reward or something valuable, they do not appreciate it because they got it for free. So since, dear friends, since this tool is first of all oriented at helping you making money through crowd investing and is intended for helping you making money in general, we made the decision that this tool should not be free of charge even in the focus group, if you want to get the same results as our previous participants in the first wave of the focus group. So please do not get us wrong here. we will be screening people, okay? It will be a kind of a filter to make sure that you appreciate and this tool is actually valuable to you, because very soon we will move on to the micro and global, where will you building your network career, where will building your teams, where you'll be able to earn commission from the entire depth of your structure. This tool will help grow your commissions exponentially. So today, using that app, you will be actually preparing the grounds. You will be learning how to use it correctly. Although doesn't take too much knowledge or time to do so. You saw a wide range of different people of different ages, 60 plus, 70 plus. All of them were able to master this app very easily, let alone young people. It's intended for anyone. So your growth, the growth of your teams in the future are doomed to success or fated for success. So after you test your devices, you need within a week to make, if you decide to get on board, you will have to make a payment for using that app. Since this is going to be a 3-week training, more or less. So the average, I think the total price for using that app will be $45 for 3 weeks, $15 per week, or $2 per day. I don't know whether it's too big or too little for you, but this money will get back to you from your first deal that you will make using that app, because the average investment check is around $1,000. Well, statistically, considering that a lot of people are buying packages on an installment plan. So even if it's $100 per month, then from the first installment, considering our commission, you will have your money back in the first week. Like 15% from $100, it's $15 in for week 1. So it will be kind of a stimulation for you, or incentive to actually use it, because no good things come for free. And Alfia and Anvar are living proofs that you can actually make money using that app, using our partnership program. And considering the fact that right now we have, I think it's 17% from your sales into your first line. And this app will help you make sales into your first line. So I think it's a fair price. And I see colleagues writing in the chat, they agree. Alexander says that $45 is an affordable price. Correct. Correct. And yes, it goes in one. It's one payment for 3 weeks. But we will have to see how it goes, how many participants we have. Probably we will add another session on top of the regular number of sessions, but more or less it will be 3 weeks and $45 for 3 weeks, $15 per week. So we think it's fair. So it should go in one payment. Well, as for how you're going to pay for it, the technical details. So, because of the limitations we have on our platform, we will be only able to accept crypto payments in crypto. And Dmitry will give you more details. If you can't pay in crypto, in an extreme case, you really can't, then please write to me privately or to Dmitry, and we'll try and help you out if you can't use crypto. But please find a way, because right now crypto has already become part of everyone's kind of a very widespread method of payment, and people of different ages already start using crypto, and I'm sure that you will find a way how to to pay for it. Gulnara is asking, will we pay through our platform? No, the payment will not be made on the platform. It will be information will be given in the group how to do that. But before I finish my part, please tell us, we have 100 people right now in the chat, in that meeting. Please tell us if you think this is a fair, objective price, $45. Objective, fair, not too expensive, quite affordable, fair. Well, Елена says, I thought it would be bigger. Good. Now, Max, let's have a call. I have a proposal regarding crypto. Well, thing is, I don't have a very good connection where I am right now, so probably not today or on Friday. So Mila says it's going to be difficult for me to pay crypto. Someone says it's going to be easy. What matters is that my device is good enough. Well, look, guys, for now, probably we'll have to use crypto. But in the future, this app will be part of the offer, part of the deal, part of the package on our updated platform, Micron Global. Someone says, what about using the Ukrainian bank account? Well, friends, look, we'll find some other options, but for now I see like 99% of people say it's a fair price. Well, one person said that a pension in Ukraine is $50 per month. Well, I agree. Not all the countries have good pensions or salaries. But this is not a toy. This is not a game that you're buying. It's a tool that will bring you money. So that's the kind of thing you are purchasing. It's a money-making tool. So you're kind of making an investment in your instrument so that you would use it to make money. It's not just downloading an app and playing with it. Sometimes you just download an app from App Store or Play Market, what it's called, Google Play Market or Google Store, because I use App Store, so I don't know what's the correct name. It's Google Play, right? Or Play Market. Yeah, Google Play. Let's call it Google Play. Well, sometimes you download an app for learning a foreign language or doing workouts. Sometimes they are on a paid subscription as well, and they do not make you money. Well, they have their own value, of course, but we're talking here about a money-making tool, a business creative app to help you build your network, to help you earn commission. But let's not forget that the partners that will be coming to your first line will also be using that app and will be making purchases, and you will be earning commission from their purchases. So that's how you scale up. That's how your earnings will grow exponentially. So for your convenience and for you to appreciate that tool will be not given for free. It will be for a small charge, because the way a human mind works, they do not appreciate free things. and they will attend trainings, because if you pay for something, you will attend that training if you paid for it. If you cannot attend live, you will be watching the recording. And in our opinion, this is fair, this is objective, and most importantly, it will pay back from your first deal. The first deal that you make, first registration that you make, from your using that app. It's an investment in your own business. Thank you. Thank you very much, Max, for detailed description. And I would like to add, dear colleagues, that it is up to you, of course. But as Maxim said, you saw yourselves the genuine result. It's not something that you can fake. It's part of the process. So you're also writing, asking in the chat how to check it. Look, guys, the link is in the chat right now, admixreality.com. You follow it and then you check AR. And we'll also have a link in the group. There will also be new news published in the channel and group. So it will happen probably on Thursday. People who already tested it, they will have to use the bot that I will share to get access to the actual group, so that you do everything the right way. I wanted to add one important thing. Most probably you guys will be asking for how long you will have access to this app. So here's the terms and conditions. You will get access to the app for at least the entire duration of the focus group. Those of you who do not meet the terms and conditions that we will give you in terms of training and practicing, and we will be following you guys, how active you are. Because if there is no activity, there will be no result. And there will be result if you're active. That's the way I say it. It works for those people who use it, who work with it. And there is no other way around it. If there is no result, it means that you don't talk to people. It means that you do not work with people. You don't use the app. If you want to have a result, talk to people, use the app. And as many people said, it's something enjoyable. It's you play with it. It's an interactive tool where people completely have a different reaction to you, even before you say something, after you show it to them. As for the accessibility, those of you who will be actively using the app, meeting the conditions and sharing the results, you will have the app available to you until it is commercially released. It can be 2 or 3 months from now. But what you are paying, you are not only paying for the access to the app, you're also paying for the experience. You are investing in your future results. So please hear me out. Well, for some of you, probably it will be only for the duration of the focus group, because you are not active. There will be requirements to meet. We will spell them out for you. And then, guys, if you meet the requirements, you will be able to enjoy that app until it is released commercially, until its commercial release, like 2 or 3 months from now. I hope I made myself clear, guys. Please confirm in the chat. So you're also asking questions about the device, etc. Well, the price of the device that supports the AR is affordable. If you want to achieve the desired result, the result that you pictured yourself, the average price of a device that would support AR would be around $300, $350 tops. Well, tomorrow I will give you all the instructions how to make sure. If you don't know, there is a list of Google certified approved devices. You can see what price is affordable for you, what you can afford. But out of the today's speakers, Yolanta, Ivan, those are people, two at least people, who purchased a new device because they saw the potential behind it. I know that there were people who joined our focus group who were in direct communication with me, and I helped them buy a device, recommended them a device, and they bought it. Well, again, it depends on your approach. It depends on what kind of vision you have and understanding why we're here, why we are promoting the UST technology and how we help promote it. It is our investment into the technology. It is our efforts. And it is the technology that we all invested into. Dmitry, I wanted to add one more thing here. Dmitry put it right here. The tool works 100% for those who actually use it actively. Very often when other people achieve results in their life, people say he was lucky or she was lucky to be in the right place at the right time, something like that. You know, a lot of people say that often. Probably because they are envious or because they don't do anything themselves. But you know, there is a saying, if you want to be lucky, you have to push your luck sometimes, you know. In other words, to paraphrase, you will have result if you want to have result and if you do something to get that result. But if you use the tool, the app, let me assure you, you will have the result, as long as you follow Dmitry and my recommendations. Dmitry asked, after the app is commercially released, do we have to pay for the access to the app again? Well, colleagues, this information will be given to you during the training itself. There will be huge benefits and privileges for the participants of the first wave and the second wave of the focus group, of course. But since we're talking about the second wave who will pay for the app, then of course you guys will have very good conditions and terms and conditions while when the app is commercially released. Well, as for the payment, if our IT specialists are able to implement a payment solution, probably we will prepare a package on the platform which will be called Admix Reality App, and that's it. But it all depends on our IT. So you will get access with your email. But guys, do not count on it, okay? Okay? Because it's a big question mark. But we will try to, push our IT towards developing a package on the platform. But right now, crypto seems the easiest and the fastest way. Svetlana says, I have $175 tops for a phone. Well, guys, we realize that many of you would like to be there, but you can't use the app without a device that supports it. So there is no other way around it. And probably when it is released, you'll have a better app. Probably we will have a third wave of focus group participants. But don't be upset. If you don't have enough budget right now, probably you will get later. Just be on the lookout for opportunities. Well, after all, that's why we're here. Another thing that I wanted to say, a very important detail, all of the speakers that you heard and saw today, when we were having interviews with them and talking on different topics, well, always related to UST and Admix Reality, all of them were saying in one voice that their trait, their character or feature is that they always finish what they start. So watch their videos, watch their interviews, and you will hear that it's their personal trait. once they start something, they will always finish it. And probably that's something that that's kind of a trait that we all should have, right? So I would like to thank you all for sticking to the end. It's been 2 hours. I wanted it to be shorter, but well, we had quite a lot of information to give you and quite a lot of questions to answer. So guys, if you still have questions, please ask those questions either here in the chat or let's do that in the group already and then work there. I would like also to thank our interpreters who were helping us today. Thank you very much, guys, for your input. Thank you very much for your participation, dear participants. And we will give you all the information about your next steps in the group. We will share the recording of this meeting if possible ASAP. Probably we'll do it on Thursday, probably even tomorrow in the afternoon. Just follow the news. Do not turn off the notifications in the channel and in the group. If you're ready, if you decided to be with us, you will do your best to be there, to be at our first practical session on how to use the Admix Reality app. Thank you very much. And again, in conclusion, let me tell you that Admix Reality is an app that allows us, instead of using 1,000 words, to bring UST technology into life right on your hands, right in front of your eyes, right now. And I will welcome all your questions, all your feedback, all your wishes, any kind of question in the chat, DM, and so on and so forth. Thank you very much. And see you in our focus group. So colleagues, all the best and have productive work in the upcoming months. Bye-bye.